It's an honor and a privilege to be the executive director of such a wonderful organization. And it's always important to remind ourselves that we're here because of you, because of the volunteers in this room, because those of you who are leaders in our grassroots movement, for those of you who give and support this organization, for those of you who've been here from the very beginning, and those of you who have just learned about who One America is recently, thank you, because we exist because of you. I also wanted to pause a moment to acknowledge my fellow White House honoree and champion of change, Pramila Jayapal, my predecessor. Last May, when I accepted this position, I told the One America board that I'd need a couple months to wrap up a few things at my old job. You see, I was in the middle of a campaign to try to hold the president accountable to a pledge he had made to stop deporting so-called low-priority immigrants, including Dreamers. That fight was a challenging and tough fight, but because of the leadership of Dreamers themselves, stepping out, putting their own lives and the risk of deportation on the line, they and thousands, literally thousands of families, grassroots leaders across this country, got the president to make an announcement. I got a phone call from the White House the day before, and I was sworn to secrecy. There was going to be a press conference on in the Rose Garden. I called one person. That person was Pramila. I wanted her to know that she had played a tremendous part in making deferred action for childhood arrivals a reality. Yeah, that was a big deal. So I wanted to thank Pramila for the wonderful board and my wonderful staff. And I have come to deeply treasure and love my staff. They are remarkable, they are dedicated, they put their own energy, they sacrifice so much on the line. I am so proud of them. I just want to acknowledge them now. Let's hear it for them. And there are two people on my staff I want to particularly thank. The first is Ashley Leisure, who helped pull this event together. And the second was David Ayala. Because in that interim period, after Pramila had left and before I had begun, Ashley and David stepped into this role to help keep One America whole. And it also happens to be, and I didn't tell David I was going to say this, but it also happens to be the anniversary of David's day of hire. So, since beginning at One America, it has been a wild ride. In November, not only did we help Washington State pass marriage equality, we were part of a national wave that brought comprehensive immigration reform to the top of the national agenda. Thinking back on that time, I remember walking through the One America offices and hearing people phone banking, volunteers phone banking in 7 different languages, talking to folks over the phone in their own language and urging them to vote, because voting is a right and the opportunity was now to make sure the message for reform would be heard loud and clear. And I am proud that we were part of that fight. Because in One America, and this is speaking from somebody who did a little bit of organizing in Alabama, I see the beloved community in action. In all its diversity, in all of its love, in all of its togetherness, across ethnicity and race, across status, people coming together to make change. We are a multi-ethnic mosaic of community leaders rooted in our history as an organization, drawing together broad coalitions to defend the civil liberties of immigrant and refugee communities. And we bring people together across all that divides us, language included, to build powerful organizations and coalitions to preserve all of our rights and liberties. That is who we are. And today, I'm especially proud of the partnerships we have forged that are reflected in this room with both labor and business. With both mosques and Christian evangelicals. With Democrats and Republicans. And they are manifest in efforts like the Washington Immigration Reform Roundtable and the Washington Compact. In the months and years ahead, I see One America growing into an even more powerful force for change that is grounded in our communities and prepared to take on the issues, the practices, and the institutions that erode human dignity and obstruct our full potential. As we work to build community leadership through organizing, citizenship, English learning, and financial literacy, One America is strategically building our capacity to close the gap, the opportunity gap that undermines basic faith in our education system. We are working and bringing the strength of our membership to bear on other issues like transportation and transportation justice. And we're doing this work from communities like Tukwila to Walla Walla. Now, on each of your tables, you'll see a message from the Governor of Washington, Jay Inslee. Among the items he highlights is our leadership in the fight to win the Washington State Dream Act. Go ahead and pick it up, take a look at it. Where are the Fuerte youth the Federal Way? Where are they? On their own. They wanted to be here. They sold tamales, they fundraised, they bought their own tables. They are an example to all of us, and they are here tonight celebrating with us. Earlier this year, they got their own school board to endorse the DREAM Act, and they've been in Olympia numerous times. And if the Washington State DREAM Act passes, and it will pass, it will be because of them and because of the tremendous work and organizing of the folks in this room.